morning, friends. I've decided to do a story time on Marigot Bakes a Cake. That's a cat. He has a bowl and then there's a bird on his head. Let's see what this story is all about. Look at all the pretty cakes. Oh, those look yummy, yummy. Marigot liked everything just so. His fur was always well groomed and his calendar was sorted well in advance. Mondays was Marigot's favorite because Mondays were for baking and Marigot loved to bake alone, no distractions. This particular Monday, Marigot wanted to bake a cake that was absolutely fabulous. He had plenty of ideas, but it had to be perfect. With his snazziest recipes sorted, snipped, and clipped for their most fabulous cake, Marigot was ready to begin. First, he separated 3 egg whites, whipped them up in the large mixing bowl. Easy. Next, he added a cup of milk. Peasy. Followed by the juice of a lemon. Squeezy. Then Marigot sprinkled in just a pinch of Finch. Do you see the little bitty bird? That's not right, said Marigot. Shoo, Mr. Finch, Marigot said. I've no time to chase you today. It's Monday after all, and Mondays are for baking. Marigot politely showed Mr. Finch to the door. He then returned to his recipe, only slightly flustered. He shaved chocolate ribbons with the utmost care and drizzled the batter with the swirling spoonfuls of rich molasses before tossing in just a smidgen. Doesn't that look great? Of pigeons! That definitely isn't right, said Marigot. Marigot's tail went all poof. A brief chase was in order. Skedaddle! There is no room in my Monday for pesky pigeons. Marigot returned to his masterpiece a bit more frazzled than before, crafting buttercream pillars and had a calming effect. He began to hum a little tune before mixing in 3 tablespoons of loons. Loons, no! He looks very frustrated, doesn't he? With ears pinned back, eyes wide, Marigot leaped about the kitchen in full-on feline frenzy. He says, meow! However, his tantrum only made his guests giggle and left his cake rather less than perfect. Marigot was full of fuss. Perhaps a walk would brighten his spirits. Baking is for the birds, he grumbled as he shut the door. Look at all the birds. They're fixing to make a cake. Let's see what happens. Boy, was he wrong about that. Look at that big old mess. Baking wasn't for the birds at all, but at least they tried, and Marigot recognized a love of cake baking when he saw it. So he thought that if baking wasn't for the birds, then maybe he could teach them. He was wrong about that too. The end. Thanks for joining me. Please join me in the kitchen for baking lemon bars.
Bounce Patrol!
Put your apron on.
Wash your hands.
Let's get out some pots and pans, cups,
Plates and a wooden spoon.
tap, 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 a little cooking tune. 'Cause cooking in the kitchen is so much fun. We're cooking dinner for everyone. We're cooking in the kitchen, baking a cake. So many yummy things we can make. Cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Stir it, mix, mix, mix.
Let's mix up a bowl of goo.
cooking in the kitchen, baking a cake.
So many yummy things we can make.
Cook, cook, cook,
Cooking in the kitchen.
cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Cook, cook, cook,
Cooking in the kitchen.
stir it, mix, mix, mix. Stir it, cooking in the kitchen. Mix it, cooking in the kitchen. Whisk it, cooking in the kitchen. Roll it, cooking in the kitchen. Cooking in the kitchen is so much fun. We're cooking dinner for everyone. We're cooking in the kitchen, baking a cake. So many yummy things we can make. Cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Cook, 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 cooking in the kitchen. Stir it, mix, mix, mix. And when we're done, we wash up and put everything away. So all our cooking things are ready for our next cooking day. Cook, cook, cooking in the kitchen. Cook, cook, cooking in the kitchen. Cook, cook, cooking in the kitchen.
Hi guys! So after story time I decided to bake something since we just read a story about Marigot baking a cake. So I decided to make lemon bars. I love lemon bars. So don't forget to turn on your oven. My oven's 350 so we can go ahead and get started. We are going to spray our pan with Pam or whatever spray you like to use at home. Sometimes I spray too much. But anyway, I've already poured the crust in here, and I've melted 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm just gonna dump it in here, and I'm gonna mix it up, and I love to mix up with my hands. And kids, it's kind of messy, so I figure you might like to do that. So we just make sure it's all combined together, and I'm going to pour it in my pan that's already sprayed. And we have to press it firmly in the pan. Kids, this would be also something that you might want to do because it's fun. All right, I think it looks pretty good. And we're gonna have to stick it in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes to cook the crust. And while it's cooking, we will make the filling. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands really fast. Get some of this crust off. Okay, and now we are going to make our filling, and it is our lemon filling, which I'm excited because I love lemons. You will have to have 3 eggs, and I've already cracked my eggs in here, and I've already whisked them. And then you have to have 1/3 cup of water. And then we'll go ahead and put my lemon filling in my bowl. I'm going to go ahead and put my water in there. And I'm going to put my eggs in here. Look how pretty those yellow eggs are. Okay, and we are going to whisk all this together. Make sure it's all mixed really well together. And after our crust has been cooking for 12 to 14 minutes, we just pour this on top of it and we cook it for about 23 to 24 minutes until the crust, outside gets brown. So, I'm always scared I'll make a big old mess with this whisk. But it's fun. It's fun to make a mess every once in a while. All right, so we're gonna let it cook our crust a little bit longer, and then we would just pour this on top of it. And this is the finished product right here. Thanks, guys. Please make sure you share your recipes online below our story time. Show pictures, show posts, show tips, whatever you want to do. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks. Bye.